Hi, it's Chuck once again. The video I'm making tonight is about our primary coming up on August 28th, which is next Tuesday. And it has to do with how dirty politics has gotten here. And we're going to flip this around here to show a couple of the candidates here, and one of them is David Schweikert. We are talking about the 6th Congressional District of Arizona, newly redrawn because of the redistricting that happens every 10 years. Because of the growth in Arizona, we usually get a new representative every 10 years. He is pitted against Ben Quayle. They've both wound up in the same district. It's hard to find out the truth about whether Quayle moved into Schweikert's district to oppose him or not, but it looks like as the districts were redrawn, he was drawn about 3 blocks away from this new 6th district and moved out of his existing district so as not to have to face a competitive Democrat. And so now that district may get a Democrat easily because there's no incumbent challenger. Meanwhile, Quayle is trying to kick Schweikert out of his existing district. And the attack ads have gotten very ugly, and they come from independent expenditure committees called SuperPACs. And this one, Friends of the Majority Independent Campaign, has spent over $250,000 in attack ads against David Schweikert for the benefit of Ben Quayle. And so I'll try and scroll down here. I'm just trying to show you some proof off the internet. You can see here they've raised $470,000. Somewhere down here at the bottom corner it says they have spent $382,000. It shows that the treasurer's name is Paul Mazzeo, MD, and that their address where they do business from as Friends of the Majority Independent Expenditure Committee is 1833 North Paris Avenue, Port Royal, South Carolina. There it is on the map. This is right near the Hilton Head Island, Savannah area. I can just scroll the map up just a little bit and you can see there's Savannah showing up at the bottom, so this is just a few miles away. This is also at the edge of the major marine recruiting center in the U.S. at Parris Island, which is this part right here where the hand is going. But this is strange. This committee's treasurer is based on the coastal South Carolina area, and he has over $250,000 interest in a congressional campaign in Arizona. And I thought, well, what gives with that? So here you can find from the Federal Election Commission the filing report page by page. This is page 1, Federal Election Commission, to whom it may concern. We're going to raise lots of bucks not connected with the campaign directly, signed by Paul Mazzeo, MD. If you go to the next page, mostly empty. But here it shows their address, 1833 North Paris Avenue, Port Royal, South Carolina, zip code 29935. There once again is the name and signature of Paul Mazzeo, MD. And if we go to the next page here, it's going to show us the, actually just in the box right here, that they support more than one federal candidate. And so if we go to the next page here, it's kind of slow loading, I apologize folks, but it gives a phone number of this treasurer. We'll scroll over so we can read it. Here is the phone number, 843-522-1420. If you want to refer back to this later, this is like roughly at the 4-minute mark of this video. And so we go to find out who is Dr. Paul Mazzeo, and he is the leading practitioner at Coastal Neurology in this city in North Carolina. Here you see there is Dr. Mazzeo on the right there, and you can see on the bottom of the screen here, right near my cursor there, it says Paul Mazzeo, MD, and here's the address, 1833 North Paris Avenue, Port Royal, South Carolina, with the same phone number, 843-522-1420, which appeared on the federal election filing. I called this number twice today, or actually I called it 3 times, and they hung up on me. And I said, this is the public contact number. What gives? And I was told by the receptionist, don't call this public number again. What does this man have to gain by buying an Arizona congressman living in when he's living in South Carolina? Can you figure it out? Because I sure can't.